Hello. So I thought in today's video I'll make a Easter wreath and I'll show you the process. Very nice to do. So you'll need fallen birch branches. So basically we have birch trees here and I gather them instead of putting them on the compost or the fire. I gather them and make bunches like this of them. So you put them together kind of in bunches. I've got quite a few down here, so sorry if I'm not going to be in the camera all the time, but I'll show you what the first bunch. So then you hold it quite low and then you take it and you burn the stems, you bend the stems and you make it into a little loop like this, and then you bring it, you put it on top of your frame like so, and then you go with the wire around. 1, 2. I forgot to mention that I already attached the wire to the frame. You just tie around the frame a couple of times so it's attached, secured to the frame, and then away you go. So here we go, another one. I'll make another one. I'm making obviously the branches shorter because you don't need to be that long and you don't need all the woody bits. You just want the lovely thin stems. And we had so many storms and so many branches of our trees, of our birch trees, has fallen off. There's another one. Don't make them too big because then it'll end up the frame will end up too thick. Then you take it, so it doesn't matter, as long as you catch some of the stems, you don't have to catch them all. It just looks like a little loop. I left my secateurs away from me, so cut some of the longer stems, and then you bring it and you come down the stem just like you do for a Christmas wreath. So you don't overlap them all on top of each other, because then you'll end up with a wreath that's the stems that are all in one place. You just move down the frame a bit, covering your mechanics of your previous one, and then you come with the wire and you go 1, 2. You see how it's already starting to make a little frame? Right, here we go. More branches. More branches. I should have had them all cut ready, so it doesn't take so long the process, but anyway, it's good for you to see how I cut them as well. I can't break them. I use this secateurs. Some of them are a bit thicker. And again, they don't have to be all of the same length. Cut all these woody bits off. Then you take it and you bend the stem. You cut some of the tips. And then you come to the frame and you move down again, covering your mechanics from the previous one. Like so. One. You go around the frame with a wire twice. And I just use florist wire here. And then some more stems. See how all these bits are too thick, so I'm just going to cut them off. All the thick bits. Now we can see if this is enough. You can test to see if you have enough branches in each posy that you make. Then you come and you move down the frame. So you can see. So I go down the frame a bit and just attach it to the frame again, and then you go down. 1, 2. Don't have to pull too hard. As long as you go with the wire over the stems, will be all right. Because it's never going to go anywhere, because most of these birches are already fallen off for a while, and some of them are dead. They won't shrink anymore, so the wire won't fall. The branches won't fall off. Usually when you use evergreen foliage, you need to tie it quite tight, because otherwise when the foliage shrinks, they will fall out. But with this, you don't have to. Right, come. I sometimes, so see how they makes a little like a loop. So to avoid seeing that loop when it's on the frame, you kind of put it with a loop facing down, so it ends up that it doesn't have a loop. It just ends up like nice. See how that looks? Hope you can see. Yeah, that's that. So just come round twice with the wire, then I go get more foliage. straight, whichever easier. This will be enough. There we go. Loop it. It's nice to have a few stems that are not caught because it just makes it look more natural. It doesn't look like you have loops everywhere. And you come to the frame and you attach it. And then you go around. 1, 2. You take another bit. And so on until you're done the whole frame. And then I'll show you what we do after that. There you go. It doesn't have to be perfect, because you won't see this anyway. Push it down a bit so it makes sure it looks nice and even. It's a great thing to do. You can go and gather these branches from a woodland walk, somewhere where there's birches. And then you can make something like this for yourself at home. With a few bits of evergreens and maybe a wee bunch of daffodils if you have in your garden. A bit of heather maybe. Some willow catkins, you can get them from, I've seen them available in supermarkets. Aldi and places like that have bunches of pussy willow just now. And then you can just cut them into different shapes, different lengths, and attach them, push them into this frame that you made with birch twigs. And then what you can do is you can keep this frame and then you can use it over and over again for different seasons. You can use it for your summer, make a with summer wreath for a special occasion. They don't last very long with fresh flowers. You can make an autumn wreath with foliage, like autumn colored leaves and berries. And then you can make a Christmas wreath with some holly and some eucalyptus and some what else you put on some spruce and stuff like that, which is really useful frame and technique to have, to know. So here we go. Right, this one I'm not happy with. So basically, if you're not happy with the way it looks, redo it. Don't be in a hurry to finish, like I am just now. Try not to make the what you call it, the video too long. Here we go. See how it's starting to look really nice, even without anything on it. Hear the birdies singing too, so nice. So nice to see the spring coming along. So ready for it. I don't know how the temperature is with you, but with us it's cold today. So after this I'm going to go in and have a cup of tea because I'm a bit frozen. Well, not frozen, but not warm either. Here we go. Almost at the end, as you can see. Here we go. Look at that. Are you pleased with that so far? Oops. Some branches are falling down. I think they're a bit too long, so I'm going to cut some of these long bits because I'm going to end up with too many twigs on the frame here and be too thick. Right, here we go. Just the one on top and go around. 1, 2, 3 sometimes. You can hear me all right. But I forgot to bring my microphone. And I was keen to get this done. I'm running out of branches as well, but I think I have enough for finishing this. This is an order I had for yesterday from a customer. It's very nice. I think I'll do more of this in the future. Seems to become quite popular, the Easter wreaths. And you can have these frames ready any time of the year, and then you just fill them in with whatever foliage you need. As I was saying, I'm not sure you heard me from down here, but you can have these frames ready, and then whenever your time comes for decorating it, you can just take it out and push in whatever foliage you want for the season when you are in. Right, I'm not happy with this one. Let's see. It's a bit tight. That's alright, I think it's better. And when you come to the end, you need to kind of push the branches underneath the first of the bunch that you put in, so you don't overlap them. A few more. I'm really running out of twigs. Let's see. I'll touch this one. I think this might be the last one. Basically, what you do is you lift your previous posy and you tuck the stems underneath it. If you can call it posy. You see? That's how it looks. It might not be quite finished, so I'm going to go and get another bunch of foliage. So here we go. This is the last posy that I'm going to posy. I said foliage, but it's not foliage, it's just twigs. Anyway, this is the last one that I'm going to put in. Here we go. Come on. It's hard to push the last one in. I don't like that. It needs to be smaller, I think. So the last one is a bit tricky to do because you've got to make the stems shorter to be able to stick them in. So I'm going to make them shorter because otherwise you just end up with too many branches underneath here. Oh, that's better. And then I'm just going to go with the wire over it. Try not to catch the previous one, obviously. I don't want them to be caught underneath us and it doesn't look nice. So you can try and go around as best as you can with the wire. And then you turn it upside down. Cut the wire and then you tuck it underneath the stems and the previous bits of wire that you had. A few times. Just twist around the stems of the frame and then you push it into the frame, making sure the point a bit of the wire, it's into the frame so it doesn't scratch the door. And then I'm just going to fix this last bit a wee bit to make sure the stems are not overlapping. Push down to make sure it's sitting into place nicely. I might get another few more stems to push in, just because I'm not quite happy with the way, I'm not really happy with the way this bit at the end looks. So I'm just going to take a few stems of the twigs, push them in to make it flow and looks more you know what I mean, make it look seamless. More twigs. Have to find any twigs just now because I finished them all. So basically, this is it. This is the frame that you can make with birch twigs, and then you can push in foliage and bits of willow and all sorts of different things to decorate it with, and I will show you how I do that now. Here I have some prunings from my willow when I cut the willows back, because the willows need to be cut back now. So I kept the prunings. Then I'm just going to cut twigs like this of it. I'm just going to push them in. It just lifts up the color of it because it gives you that lovely spring color with the green twigs of the willow. There's some black willow as well. That's pointless because you don't really see it against the birch, which is also quite black. So you just push them alternately along the frame at different lengths and different levels. You could push them all next to each other. You're kind of alternating one on the back, one on the front. So you have nice flow. Just get pushed into the frame, into the twigs, because the twigs are there to you act as an anchor for your other decorations. Because it's the way you wire it and the way the twigs are, it's really easy to do this with anything, any foliage or any twigs or anything that you can have. If you don't have willow but you have dogwood, you can use that. Dogwood is really, you can get cornus dogwood with yellow stems, green stems and red. So again, you can just cut a few twigs from your dogwood and push them into this frame to give you that lovely fresh stem look with the yellow and the green and the different colors of stems. Just push them in. A few more, turn it around. As you see, I'm not thinking about it too much. You want it to look relaxed and natural, so if you think about it too much, it might be a bit too rigid. You just want to push them in at different levels, different lengths. I'm going to push this one underneath here actually. You only want to see glimpses of it, you don't want to see it all. Right, I think that's that with the twigs. As you see, I'll look through the twigs on it. I'm happy with that. Now I have this willow. Again, I cut this because this is too long, so I cut it into sections. You can take some of the smaller, lower bits away because they're going to be underneath anyway. And then again, you do the same with this. Cut it shorter, you don't want it too long. And you just take it and you push it into the frame at different levels. Some of the shorter ones I'm going to put at the front of the frame, and the longer ones can go at the back. Just keep pushing until you feel that they are caught into the frame and into the twigs. And then when you shake it, you'll see that nothing will fall out. That's the aim. Right, this is going to end up a far too longer video. So basically you keep going on like this with anything that you want to put on. And then I'll show you one I made earlier, the finished product. I'll just get with me a minute. So here we go. This is one I just made for another customer. So this one here, started like this one. So basically, I'll just keep going and finishing off. And then this one that I'm making just now, and I share with you, will look like this. So I hope you enjoyed this video.